morning, guys. So, this is my favorite GTA. Always was, but, it likes to crash. So, we'll see about, playing this one. Just have to see. Thanks for joining me, though. Appreciate it. And, I'll give this a shot.
I thought all I'd been doing since I got here was helping you out.
You have, but I mean officially. I need more drivers for the cab cup. I'll pay you properly.
Okay then.
Just call me whenever you want to take a fare. You can do as many as you like, Nico. There are always more customers.
Oh geez, we're even having this problem with something as old as Grand Theft Auto 4. Oh yeah, well, then I mean, you know flat out what it is. Yeah, like, you know it's not. You know it's Windows. You know it's trash Windows. Yeah, like you know this is Microsoft at this point when it's even like an old ass game like this. Oh yeah, somebody's just sitting there actively causing a problem. You guys can see it. Yeah, like it's literally GTA 4 like. So this is good, like, cuz you guys have seen me play this before to know how good it looks and know it runs smooth. And also, like, it's so old, like, nobody's gonna believe. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Is like, this is Microsoft trying to make it so that essentially people have to buy. Like, people like go and buy all this new hardware and stuff like that. This is it, man. Like, this is why. This is what they're doing. And flat out, like, I can't even. Yeah, this is trash, man. Yeah, like, so. Again, this is going to be any game where we start up the stream and we sit here. It's always going to be that first game now. As you can see. This is just Microsoft. And then you see what they're doing. I realize you guys can't see, but like... This is what they do so that nobody else sees the stream. This is what they do. So again, like, right at the start of the stream, we're having this issue, and then this is what they do. This is what YouTube does to help Microsoft try to cancel my channel, essentially, and silence what I'm saying. See, because, like, this is the point, like, this wouldn't, that makes no sense. Right at the start of the stream. And it's just constant, too. So they're just lying. I'm just gonna get on the phone with my lawyer and start sharing all this stuff with him, too. He's been watching the past few days to, you know, essentially just see all of this. But again, this is a perfect example. This is GTA 4 now. Like, this game is so old, this wouldn't happen. You know, essentially, this is a perfect example where we set the game up. We were setting things up, and, you know, the person that's spying on me and stuff like that from Microsoft, you know, has these abilities and stuff like that, is doing this. And then you can see YouTube is contributing because we see this big thing right here, trying to silence what I'm saying, and then immediately you see the same two concurrents in here that are always in here when these problems occur. So, like, you know, like, immediately, like, again, this game is so fucking old, there's no reason why we should be having these issues. The same issue we had with Another Zombie Survivors, and, you know, essentially each day that we've started a stream where I set this up prior, we start the stream, and then this happens, and then essentially this makes it look a certain way where, you know, we're playing this on PC, and then essentially it's the sort of thing where, like, they're just trying to make it look like console is better or something like that, where they're trying to make you buy new video cards, new CPUs. This is Microsoft working with Intel. That's all this is. That's literally all this is. This is a few companies all working together, essentially to decide behind the scenes that, you know, these people are not going to talk about these problems and recognize the things that they're doing. And this is all it is essentially Windows just decides at a certain point to stop support for certain video cards. Thus, you know, like, again, nothing, it doesn't look bad on this screen. We're not talking about something that I'm having an issue where, like, you know, it looks bad for me. It's the same thing with like we did with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you guys can clearly see the game runs just fine, smooth screen, yet for you guys, it isn't. You know, like, we're having all these issues, where it's literally just somebody actively causing some sort of a huge problem, see? And then YouTube sits here and helps them do it. You see the YouTube's not maintaining enough, you know, to maintain smooth streaming. Yet, again, that whole time, we're just sitting here doing nothing. So, like, this is, again, YouTube just de-escalating the stream then, which is what I've always talked about, essentially helping that cause, helping to make sure people don't hear what I've been saying, where this is exactly what happens. You get these Windows updates that are intentionally designed to obsolete an entire line of CPUs, or an entire line of motherboards, or an entire line of video cards, and it just isn't the case. All they would have to do is continue to spend a little bit more time updating these things, paying people, yada yada yada. Oh, but they don't want to do that. They want you to buy the new card. They want you to upgrade. So these things could work, but Microsoft doesn't want to spend the resource, their huge amount of money they have, the huge monopoly they have. And again, they just want to make the cutoff narrower. And meanwhile, your card works fine, your CPU works fine, like, all these things always work fine. It's just that they break them, and they've always done this. This is the message that I've been telling you. Just like when I came on here, like, years ago, and I tried to tell you guys about the Red Ring of Death, what that actually was, and everybody thought I was making it up. And then slowly but surely, people started to realize that I was telling the truth. And it was thermal paste, and it was literally them locking a code so that all you had to do is, even if you replaced the thermal paste, they had to reset the code. It was a very obvious scam Microsoft was running on their own consoles. And you could just replace the thermal paste, yet it didn't fix it because you had to know how to clear the code. It makes no fucking sense. You just fixed the issue. So again, this is Microsoft continuing that scam into the future, where here we are. We have them working now, it seems, with Intel, as we know, because this is the point, is I have been making a massive point and a huge point with the fact that everything I've been doing, like, we make things look so fucking good, and everything is running efficiently, yada yada yada, and they have been spending all this time trying so hard all this time to make it not look that way, because it does. Like, the fact that they've been going this far the way, this should be an eye-opener to you. Why are there 4 concurrents yet only 2 views count? Like, why are there 4 concurrents yet only 2 views count? Like, this is the stuff we're talking about. And again, YouTube still hasn't cleared this error that's clearly in here, designed by this hacker that works at Microsoft, that works for Intel or whatever, that is doing this, that doesn't like the fact that I'm right, and I have been. Okay, when we start up Elden Ring, and Elden Ring runs just fine, and we start up all these new games, and these new games run just fine, why is it that we start up games from fucking 20 years ago and they don't work? Well, because I set this up prior to the stream. This is the point. So every single time we have a game now that I set up prior to the stream, they're just looking straight through what I'm doing. And then YouTube is here to silence it so that you don't see. Look at this. Again, we saw 4 concurrents in here. Do you see that anywhere? As indicated by this chart or anything? And again, it says YouTube is not maintaining enough video to maintain smooth streaming. This is them trying to silence what I'm saying. So I'll bet it's like breaking up what I'm saying. I'll bet like you're having a hard time hearing what I'm saying and stuff. So like, this is YouTube. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing going on here. And we have this one concurrent come back in here, and then it fixes itself. Again, you see, we saw 4 concurrents in here, and that was never counted, ever. Never, ever, ever. And this is the bullshit that YouTube is trying to pull, where they're trying to act like they are not the company that is also working with these other companies to literally just spy on you and endlessly spy on you, steal your data, know how to sell to you. And again, it's gotten to the point that it's unconstitutional. This is what we're talking about. They can do these things in other countries, but YouTube is starting to try to do them here, and they're not supposed to. And when you have somebody like Donald Trump in charge of things that puts other fucking morons in charge of things that are criminals that also like to spy on you and be invasive, you start to realize that when he is the president, these things happen because they're happening under an administration that is rich and wants to spy on you so they know how to sell you things. Why the fuck is the White House a goddamn Tesla dealership? What a goddamn joke this country is. What a joke we have become. And again, all because of Microsoft. Like, again, this is the one company. The one, all these other companies, none of them are American. Microsoft is the one, and it's trash. And the only reason that they're even getting anywhere is because they're spying on everyone. This is what Sony figured out. This is what Japan figured out. This is what all these other countries started to figure out, is that Microsoft is just spying on everyone. That's it. That's all they've started to figure out. And this is why they started to part ways and why it's gotten very cutthroat over the years, because they're tired of it too. Again, we have seen 4 concurrents in this stream. Why are they not counting those concurrents? What is it about those 2 concurrents that those 2 people don't want evidence of them being in the stream? This is what you have to realize. This is what I've been talking about over the years. And then we also see the breakup in the stream where it's like, YouTube's not receiving enough durka. Okay? Again, this is a game that does not give us problem, has never given us problem, yet today it is. And again, this is a perfect example of us setting up the game before the stream starts, and then the stream starts, and it's ass. This is an active hacker just doing this. There's nobody else, you know, like the games don't do this. Again, like, it's just somebody actively reallocating, you know, usage, CPU usage, things like that, actively as I'm sitting here starting up the game and stuff like that. That's it. It's literally that simple. Because, like, again, like, I know what my CPU does, and all they have to do is misallocate it for the stream software, which is what causes that. Because, again, on PC is fine. Yet for you guys, this camera looks like it's all fucked up and stuff like that, yet this fixes it, just like when I was showing you before, when I would, like, click off the screen, then it would fix it instantly. Well, it's the same thing. Again, it's not. This is Microsoft. It's the same glitch every fucking day. It's the same one. Same one. The point is to cause a problem. So you remember how he was interrupting the stream and stuff like that, moving the bitrate around, and then he would he would steal my stream and tag me in it? Because the point is, then the only place you're going to be able to watch that stream is his channel. Because that's the point. He's shifting the goddamn bitrate around all over the place and stuff like that, so you can't watch the stream. The point is, if it's a continued scam, where essentially this person sits here and does this day in and day out, and then somewhere else, they're gonna, you know, like, do something that is like, oh, okay, well, now I'm gonna do this, where all the people that are watching this are now gonna flood over here. Like, this is the cutthroat scamming and mafia bullshit that's going on in this platform, where somebody's running scams based on your data and stuff like that. I know for a fact that people on Michael Does Life's channel do this, like, not necessarily him, but I know for a fact that his mods and people on his channel have done these things. I've seen evidence of it. And so, like, when you can just know that mods all over channels and stuff all over this platform are always just doing this and have the ability to do these things, all they're doing is at various times, when they know that you might you have a niche or have a bunch of people show up, they're gonna just sit there and screw with it until all those people that would show up for that now show up somewhere else where they're doing it and it looks better, or it looks like this or something like that. And that's the point, is this is the scam that most of these guys are running. that know how to do it. You know, like, that's the point. They know how to do the scam. They're going to run it. So that's what they're doing. It's the same bullshit every day. Where, you know, like, essentially because we started the stream up, you know, like, again, it's just this, every single day, it's been that first fucking game that we start up. Because, again, we're setting things, they're watching what we want to do as we set the stream up, so that way we don't have, you know what I mean? Like, this person that's doing this wants to be lazy. So like, that's the point. They don't want to get up and have to mess around with my stream in the morning and stuff like that. So they mess around with it and cause a problem with it so that later, you know what I mean? Like, it really screws with things and stuff like that. And case in point, we've seen 4 concurrents in here. That 4 has never counted for views. So we know YouTube is lying about views. We saw 4 concurrents in here at one time. Not even a total. Not even, like, that's the point. That's not even a total. That was just one time we saw 4 concurrents sitting in here. And YouTube's just not counting it. Well, that's a lie. And that's where you have to rationalize YouTube's contributing to it and actually helping it when you also see that they're breaking up the stream and stuff as they talk about this stuff. And it's on your screen, and you can clearly see on your screen that you know, like, it's flat out just causing a problem for you guys. And so this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Anytime we have a game. See, this is what YouTube wants to do. YouTube has been silently working in the background, and this is everything. This is what I'm going to tell you. YouTube has been silently working in the background with game companies like Microsoft and EA and some of these other companies that they have learned that don't like me because of various things I've said about their piece of trash game. So what they're doing is they're silently working on a way to break games for people that own them, that physically own a copy of them. And they know it's illegal. So what they did was they broke Elden Ring for my Xbox. Since they know I have a physical copy of that, I have a receipt and I can prove it, that really, I can sue them. I can. Like, that's big. That's massive. But they're trying to silently work on being able to just break your game and forever make it so you can't play it because you talked bad about it, because you said something that was true that made it look bad. The point is that that's what this platform is for. Like, you have the ability to do that. So, again, YouTube has been working with Microsoft and a lot of these developers in the background to do this. As you see right there, like, they even tried to do something right there where they were causing, like, a little bit of an issue. I don't know if you could kind of tell, like, they were actively trying to do something. So, again, this concurrent that's in here right now is trying to push data and figure out, you know, like, essentially stream location, coordinates, all kinds of stuff. Like, this is the seriousness of this situation where, you know, they clearly de-escalated the stream. Remember what I said, guys. They de-escalate the stream so that there's nobody in here and it causes a problem for the trending. Case in point, there's been the one concurrent in here after that yellow strip. We see that yellow strip, we see that there's an issue for the stream, and then after they clear this issue, no, it's not cleared, they're just lying. The point is, you can clearly see there's nobody else allowed in the stream, and this is a complete lie. Yep. and it's the same bullshit where there's no red circle around my icon, and they're lying again. So again, a perfect example of YouTube being full of shit. Again, like nothing wrong with this game. This is like the third day in a row where whoever is doing this is getting very aggressive about it and trying to break game after game after game and prove, nothing, essentially, in the long run, just that they really have been doing this. Like I said with Northgard, like I said with all these other games where over the years they affected values and stuff where the game completely flipped on its head and did the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do. Now, since we're having a bitrate issue and YouTube's actually looking into that and it's causing an issue for the trending and has been for a while, and they are actually investigating it, this person probably knows that. And they have access to that data. So therefore, they are causing some sort of issue to make it look like it's something that's on my end or something like that. Again, every day, day in and day out, we can start up Elden Ring, a much newer game, and it works just fine. This is the same thing that would always happen. There would always be some sort of newer game that's really difficult to run and stuff like that and looks great, and we can start that up and it works just fucking fine. This has always been the case, and this is what always proved it wrong, where essentially, like, we'll start this up, and then so, like, other stupid people that don't know much about this technology, they'll come in and suggest dumb things, like, oh, you need a driver update or this or that, because it's this game versus this game, and it's like, really, you think I wouldn't try that? So, this is what's been happening over the course of several years. It's not really been any different. And again, after they clearly did fuck with the stream, we saw 4 concurrents in here. We saw that yellow bar that said YouTube wasn't receiving enough video, even though it was. And this was again after they very clearly caused a glitch. We still haven't seen any normal trending after that. They are lying. There's no normal trending after this. And again, there's no live icon. Yet again. 0. None whatsoever. And so thus you have, your proof that YouTube is trying to lie for the person doing this, the people doing this. This is a complete and utter lie. We can just go straight to my main page here and show this too. Because YouTube is trash, I'll have to click 3,000 fucking times off the screen, on the screen, off the screen, off the screen before I can actually select the page. But yeah, it'll eventually show up and I can... Oh, there it is, fucking finally, because again, Windows is goddamn trash. So there we go. This is why it takes me time to do things, because again, Windows 10 is goddamn trash. Look, no live, no circle. None whatsoever. Why is there no live circle? Why? Why is that not the case? Why are you so full of shit, YouTube? Why is your shit not work every single day that I'm using this platform? And yet, I go to my lives, I'm literally right here, and I can see several examples of several other channels that are live and have this ability to show that they're live to all of their subscribers, thus proving that YouTube is intentionally causing problems for certain things and breaking certain things after we talk about these issues. And again, this issue where we start up a game and the first game we start up, to actually have it happen with Grand Theft Auto 4, a game that's like fucking 20 goddamn years old. Like, you really gotta be some extra special kind of stupid to think that anybody's gonna think that that's the system doing that. Like, that game is so fucking old, it's not even funny. And look, here we go. Here's Elden Ring running just fucking fine. Yeah, Elden Ring runs fine, yet GTA 4 doesn't. That makes fucking sense. And aside from the fact that we've played these games before, and they ran just fine. So again, this is Microsoft, just like YouTube, doing with certain things, just like other tech companies doing with certain things. They decide at a certain point to just fucking stop. And there'll be X amount of things you can no longer play. X amount of things that no longer work like the way they used to. X amount of things that very slowly need either updating, heavy updating, or will eventually just break. Because Microsoft is goddamn trash. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. And then look at this. Look. You can clearly see, I was going to go to my channel, you can clearly see all these rings around the lot. Look at this. Live. Anybody with that's live, you can clearly see live. So why the fuck doesn't mine work? Like, what a joke. Yeah, Microsoft, what Microsoft is so